Yo, what's up everybody? It is your boy Brandon, and today I have a pretty cool review for you. So as you guys know, I've been a huge fan of gimbals. I love gimbals, I love the smoothness, the transitions, things that you can get from your videos, and me shooting a lot of videos, me bringing you guys content. A smooth, steady video is key, because it keeps the attention of your audience. You don't want a bunch of shake and movement and a lot of different things. It's kind of going to take the attention of your audience away. So I highly recommend any of you out there who want nice smooth video footage, definitely invest in a gimbal. I don't really even care what kind you get, but just get one. The whole handheld thing is good because it brings some different looks to your video. But I definitely recommend you guys check out some videos. Now, some gimbals. Now, depending on what you use, what kind of camera equipment you have, what kind of lenses that you like to use, whether it be a nice zoom lens, 1635, whether you like prime lenses, regardless of the fact, depending on what you have, whether it be a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, kind of depends on the amount, depends on the gimbal that you get. In my search for a new gimbal, I actually was reached out to or talked to by FeiyuTech. Now, FeiyuTech has some amazing gimbals. And I look at FeiyuTech as being kind of like the third party kind of people who, people don't, go to right away. It's one of those people who have great accessories, they have great product, but sometimes they're not looked at as like the first option. When it comes to things like that. Kind of like, when people think about lenses, I shoot Sony. So when you're a Sony shooter, the first thing you're thinking of is, I want the Sony glass, or I want, this type of thing, but, those people in the background like Sigma and Tamron have some amazing glass for cheaper price that can deliver kind of the same, the same quality of work. It's kind of what FeiyuTech is like. Without further ado, I'm going to show you guys some things that I'm going to test. Now, I'm going to try to do these at the same time. So this video may be a little bit long, but if you're looking for some results and things that you probably haven't seen, this is the place to be. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to go over everything about these things because there's plenty of reviews out there. Plenty of these guys are doing their own thing. And there's plenty of things about how to balance them and some different things. I'm going to hit on some features that I like and the difference between the two. All right. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so first off, we have the FeiyuTech AK4500. All right, so most of you guys know about the FeiyuTech AK4500 already. All right, it is one of their newest but budget gimbals. It packs a punch. All right, let me tell you, we're gonna do an unboxing of this right now. But from what I see, I really like this gimbal. I mean, this gimbal right now is probably like only $300 something. It's probably the most budget, but gimbal that packs the most punch. All right, and we're gonna get into why I believe that if you're looking for something that's nice and smooth. I mean, the weight for this, for the payload is 2.8 kilograms. All right, that translates into about 6 pounds. That's pretty good for a lot of gimbals and things that are on the market right now with a payload around 2.8 kilograms. They are a lot more expensive than $300. So for the AK4500 to deliver that type of payload, 6 pounds, 2.8 kilograms, is staggering. Now, which other one can I compare this to? Well, you guys know about the AK2000. You guys know about the AK4000. But do you guys know about the flagship gimbal of FeiyuTech, their big boy, the one that don't really a lot of people talk about because a lot of people don't have it yet. There's a few reviews out there. But what do you think about the big boy? How does it compare to like the DJI Ronin S that has that 8-pound payload that's up there like $600, $700, $800? Well, we're gonna do it right now. This, my friends, is the AK4500. All right. So yes, we got the AK2000 and we got the AK4500. So we're gonna unbox these jokers together and we're gonna find out right now what's the difference between the budget one, big one. Right off the back, the AK4500 looks just incredibly like bigger compared to the AK2000. Even in the boxing, I mean, they wanted to do the superimposed FeiyuTech logo versus the flush FeiyuTech logo. So right at the back, when you're getting, you also get a accessories kit with the AK4500 also that gives you like your follow focus, your brackets, your hyperlink controller so you can control it wirelessly, and a lot of different things. Kind of looks like this, but this is everything that comes with the FeiyuTech AK4500, and that is pretty beast. So all right, so right now we're gonna open up both of them. Here you have the AK2000. And here you have the AK4500. All right, so here's both of these gimbals together. All right, so yeah, this is absolutely incredible. So they both come with the 4 2200 milliamp batteries. I think I charged this one already, but I haven't did these. So they both come with the 4 milliamp batteries. I know one big thing is the stand. So the stand in the AK4500 has a nice rubbery grip on it. Really, really nice. Now the stand with the AK2000 is also nice also. You can see, but it's a little bit smaller. I mean, they actually both, as you can see, both stands together. They're actually pretty much the same length and everything. The AK4500 is just a tad bit wider. It's a bit wider with the rubbery grip, and that's basically so when you fold it, you can still hand hold it and still have a nice rubbery grip to it. All right, versus holding the AK2000. All right, so big difference right there. They both get you your Manfrotto plates here. All right, and the biggest thing about the Manfrotto plates is that you have this extra locking mechanism up here for the AK4500 versus on the AK2000. All right, so let me see if I can get these both in focus. There you go. So it kind of looks like this, and you can see where it sits at, and you can see the extra latching mechanism on the AK4500 versus the AK2000. All right, so we'll put both of these back in here also. All right, let's see here. Moving right along. Let's get to the actual gimbal itself. Now, the AK4500 has the locking mechanism, so you can actually lock all of the motors in place. But this one, the AK2000 does not, so that's a really big thing also. So looking at both of these again, right next to each other, let me turn the AK2000 around. So you both got the locking mechanism right there at the top where that motor is. They both have the windows and the buttons pretty much look the same on both. The wheel on the AK4500 versus the wheel on the 2000. The wheel on the AK4000 has a little bit more grip to it versus the AK2000. They both have a nice rubbery grip down here. So they both actually look the actual same size. That's the funny thing. One is not really bigger. One is not really bigger than the other one. Even holding these right here next to each other, they both feel like they both have a nice significant amount of weight to them. But the biggest part is where it comes in at is the other additional attachments. So with the AK4500, you get this long steady grip with it. which logs into here. And this thing is long. Now this is longer than the AK4000. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, 4000, but this is also longer than the DJI Ronin S. So this allows you to get really, really high when you want to do a lot of things also. So that is really, really awesome. And to get this away from your body, and actually it takes a good amount of the weight off of you when you have this really, really long grip. So instead of kind of like a dual handle grip where you're holding it with two hands, this holding it like this takes a significant amount of weight off of the person. So this is really, really nice. I like that. Now I'm going to see if I can take this off of the AK4500 and put this on the AK2000. I think I should be able to. But yeah, that's cool also. So I can use this same handle for the AK2000 also, which is really awesome. That's really, really cool. So if one is on like a dual handle or something like that, you can use it actually for both of them. So yeah, man, that's just a quick unboxing of the AK4500 versus the AK2000. This little thing right here is just really cool. I really like that thing. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put these things together, and we're gonna take them outside and do some field testing, all right? With both of these. So let's do it. I found me a cool little spot down here in Virginia Beach where I can actually bring you some more outside reviews of all this gear I got. So we're going to start it off. I'm going to try to bring you as much reviews as I can. As you guys know, I don't do a lot of reviews on gear. I believe in actually putting things in like a real world photo shoot and actually showing you what kind of results you can get out of it. But today, since FeiyuTech sent me the new AK4500, why not come out here and actually test this thing out? I didn't see a lot of reviews on the AK4500 because it is the newest gimbal. It is their flagship gimbal. So I'm going to bring you my review on it today. We're going to do some testing. I'm going to tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and we're going to go from there. So right now what I want to do is I want to do some running. I want to do some sprinting. I want to see how really good these motors on here really, really are. Now right now I have my Atomos Ninja 5 setup on here with the A6500 16mm 1.4 now from Sigma. Now this is a little bit overkill. You know, the AK4500 is a little bit overkill for this setup because this thing has a 10-pound payload, you know. But I want to come out here. I mean, it's still light. I can't believe how light it was, and I used the Ronin S for a very long time. Let's go. All right, what we're gonna do is start off with a nice slow walk. This grass and things is definitely uneven, so any type of bumps you see is definitely, I'm interested to see what the bumps and things look like and how smooth it actually comes out in the video. So right now I'm just doing a nice little walk, a little fast-paced walk. I don't want to walk too slow because I definitely want to test the integrity of the AK4500. So right now we're just doing a decent walk. As you can see, there's a lot of sticks and trees. This ground is definitely uneven, so I'm definitely trying to put this thing through some paces. Here's a little thing right here. I'm gonna jump up on it just to see. Bam, there we go. Up and down, just to see how video stays. So now what I want to do is I'm gonna do a little slow walk, a little slow run. Coming through here, I'm putting this thing through the paces. So I want to see how these motors are really functioning with this AK4500. All right, I'm gonna turn right here. How smooth is the transition? Even when turning, how smooth is it when turning a corner? And right now I'm still running. Good deal. All right, so now what I want to do
is I'm gonna put it in flashlight where I'm gonna go kind of low to the ground, and I want to see how steady the low shots are. As you can see, it's out in front of me, and with it being so close to the ground, the impact is going to hit quicker than if you have it up in the air. So, good deal. Whew. All right. All right, so we're gonna get back over here. And now, what I wanna do is I wanna sprint. So, I'm gonna go over here and check and make sure, so you guys can't say I wasn't actually running or sprinting. I'm gonna go make sure this camera is recording so I can, okay, it is recording. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna sprint both ways. And I want you guys to check the footage of the AK4500 and see how good this thing holds up in a sprint. All right, y'all ready? So for this, I'm just gonna hold it by the rubber grip on the handle, okay? All right, y'all ready? Here we go. Ooh, let me move this. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, good deal. So we're gonna do a sprint back. All right, here we go. Ready? And 3. Right now, I'm still holding up. I'm not holding the wand. I'm just holding the handle, all right? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, now, we're gonna put it in flashlight mode. Whew. So flashlight is out, but we're gonna hold it by the grip. I wanna put it down to the ground like this, like you're getting these low shots. And I wanna see how much shake is involved when we actually have it down low, all right? Here we go. I'm not gonna hold the wand, I'm just holding the handle. So any kind of really subtle movements, you should be able to see. Otherwise, the motors on this thing is incredible. All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right. I'm gonna run back. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. And for the last test, we're only gonna hold the wand. We're only holding the wand now. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Whew. Man, I'm out here putting in work for y'all. If anybody say I don't work, so I hope y'all appreciate this, because this is the kind of stuff that you guys need to see. So I'm glad to do it for you. All right, let's get back to the next part of this review. All right, guys. So what I want to do now is I want to talk a little bit more about a few of the features on the AK4500 that I'm going to demonstrate for you. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to detach this wand. I just call it a wand because that's pretty much what it feels like. But it's a wireless remote, basically, and it allows you to control the gimbal wirelessly. Actually, you can move it and everything just by the wave of your hand. So I'm going to detach it now. I'm not gonna go into the settings and do all that because I'm sure you guys can do it. Now I have the camera set up to where I know it's gonna be focused on the gimbal, but I'm gonna stand in the back just so you guys can see that I'm actually controlling it, all right? There's like a little trigger on the back of it, just kind of like on the back of the gimbal. And in order to see right now, if I do anything, it's not gonna move. So what you have to do is you have to hold the trigger on the back of the wand in order to move it. So if I hold the trigger and then I move my hand, see? Check it out. So right now it's on tilt, all right? Ding. Pretty cool, huh? Now what I wanna do is I'm gonna turn on the camera. Actually, I should have already did this. I forgot about this, so I apologize. But I'm gonna turn on the camera and and also, the good thing also about it is, just like you would press the button on the back of the gimbal twice to bring it back to its normal set place, you can do the same thing on here. So if I press the button twice, there you go. If I press the button twice, it'll go back to its normal state. So now, I turn the camera on now so you guys can see the video of the actual footage of how smooth it is. Now, again, I hold the trigger and I go side to side. So the one thing about it is I can't go faster. Now, if I slow my hand down, I can go slower. I can kind of control the speed of it by just raising it slowly and lowering it slowly. I can go to the side slower. If I go slower, it'll go slower. Which is a pretty cool thing. I mean, you just think about the things that you can use this for and how you could use it. And check that out. I can take this thing all the way back and then all the way forward. But again, the slower you go, the more cinematic your video will look. I don't know what you can do with it. I don't know what you can use it for, but it's just one of those things in technology that FeiyuTech is just amazing with. I'm glad they came out with this type of technology. So regardless of what that's just extra stuff, somebody may be able to use this for some really cool video production thing. I don't know what you can use it for, but I know, like, if I'm doing a video by myself, I can really do some pretty cool smooth pans now also. Now you also have the joystick on the wand also. So if you don't want to do that and you want to control it with the joystick, I can also control it with the joystick on the front also. But again, you have to know how you're doing this, all right? Because again, it can get away from you and then your video won't look as smooth. So like so the difference between holding a joystick and doing your hand, you know, when you're coming around like this, let's go back forward. All right, so as you're coming around, say you want to come around like this and you're like, oh, okay, I don't want to turn around, you know, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't want to do that. So if you're more comfortable, if you want to make sure it pans around, just use the joystick and press the joystick over and it'll go all the way around. You don't have to worry about that. If you want that 360, you know, look, then you don't have to worry about that. That's probably the one time I will make sure that I'm using the joystick. And as you can see, it's going a whole lot smoother and I don't have to worry about my hand, you know, going forward and backwards. Because, I mean, the gesture is great, but you have to make sure that your gestures are connected with each other, because you can see a lot of stutter in your motion. So if you're like trying to do it, oh, I need to slow down, speed up, you're going faster, oh, I need to slow down. You'll be able to see that in your video, and you don't want that type of, you know, you don't want it all mixed up like that. So you might want to just go ahead and use the joystick on the wand just to make sure your motion is consistent on how you're doing it. So if you're trying to get this shot like this in a circle, you have a better chance of getting it nice and smooth with the joystick than you are trying to wave your hand and wand and stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. There's a few other things that I wanted to point out with the AK4500 before I let you guys go that I think is extremely important, that puts this thing pretty much head over heels over any gimbal that I've ever used.
one of the first things that I love about the AK4500 is how FeiyuTech included the extension tube. Now, when you add the extension tube to the gimbal, it's like it redistributes the weight of the gimbal. All right, so when you just have it, when you're just hand holding it without the extension tube, you're holding more of the weight. You're holding the blunt of all the weight from the camera to the gimbal, and that's what you're holding. When you add the extension tube, that weight is then redistributed through the rest of through the whole entire thing, and now it's so light. I mean, it becomes super light. So when I use this gimbal, or anybody on my team uses this gimbal now, I'll make sure they have this, because this will keep you from getting tired. And I love what they did with this extension tube. And I just absolutely, it does something else to the gimbal, and it just makes it even more fun to use, because then you can get longer shots, you can get higher shots, and on top of that, your arm doesn't get tired. So big ups to FeiyuTech for including this extension tube in the package. Absolutely amazing thing. Another thing that I want to tell you guys that stands out with the AK4500 is the included the 501 Manfrotto quick release plate. So now you have a quick release plate with the gimbal, which is amazing, because instead of, you know, taking everything off and, you know, unscrewing your camera from the gimbal, it has this quick release plate where you can just bam, take it off and take your camera off, and then put it back on here, and not having to rebalance it, which is absolutely amazing. So big for including the quick release plate. Now, as you guys know, I do have the AK2000 also. The AK2000 does not have a quick release plate. It does share the same Manfrotto 501 plate, but it's not a quick release plate. So what I've done is that since I have the quick release plate from the AK4500, if I use the AK2000, I'll just put this release plate on the 2000, because you can actually use the same release plate, and my AK2000 is already balanced for the quick release plate, since it sits a little bit higher than the other quick release plate. So I just stole the one out of my AK4500, and I use it on both. The quick release plate, the extension tube. I have a recommendation for you guys also though. If you by chance use the wand with your gimbal, and you like the handle, and you like how it, you know, helps with the weight and everything, one of the things that I am going to highly recommend you guys get, if you guys use an external monitor, which a lot of you guys now do use external monitors, I recommend you get the dual articulating arm by Small Rig, because it is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to show you why. Now, I don't have my Atomos Ninja 5 with me. It's over there. So I'm just going to show you. This is the Small Rig articulating arm. It looks like this, just so you guys can see. Now, the reason why I use it is this. Check this out. But if it's sitting on here, the problem is if you put a external monitor on top of this, on top of the wand, the external monitor is going to sit pretty far back. I mean, it's going to be like right here in your face, you know, if you put an external monitor right here. So what I did is I got the Small Rig articulating arm, and what I do is I screw it into the wand, but then I adjust it so that it goes forward and sits closer to the camera, so it's not so far back, which really helps. So now it's not right here in your face. So the articulating arm allows it to sit further back towards the camera, so it's not right here in your face. Even with the big battery that goes on the back of the Atomos Ninja 5, even with the big battery, it still does not hit the gimbal or this. There you go. It doesn't hit the motor. It doesn't hit that motor right there. So really good. So I would highly recommend you guys pick up the Small Rig articulating arm. I'm going to leave it in the comment section below too, so you guys can see it. But man, I mean, this thing it's a beast. By far the best gimbal I've ever used, and this is probably going to be, it's going to be really hard to beat this thing. I mean, this thing has a 10-pound payload. The engines are crazy. It's nice, it's smooth, and with the extension tube, it's so much smoother than the Ronin S that I had. So I sold that thing in a heartbeat. And this thing, and being able to lock all the motors also,
that's another thing. So when you're moving it or carrying it, I can just lock and it stays locked right there. I can lock, and yeah, I absolutely love it, man. So big shout out to FeiyuTech. You guys did an amazing job engineering this thing, and I couldn't thank you enough. So definitely want to work this thing out some more and find out how it can benefit my videos, find out how it's going to benefit you guys. And yeah, until then, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.